What's up guys, my name is Peter, and today we're going to review the first Transformers movie back in 2007. As a kid, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, and thinking about it now, I love this movie, despite its flaws and everything. Oh, of course, back then I didn't understand the context of it, but it was still a good movie, and even watched the other sequels, and the second one, the third one, and maybe even the fourth one. But, as a grown adult with more knowledge and awareness, my opinion on the first movie has changed a bit after the rewatch. And then I asked myself, was the first Transformers movie really that good? One of the best parts of the movie are the human characters, surprisingly. When people say the movies heavily focus on the humans, they actually do. But in the first film, I would say they're more tolerable and enjoyable to watch. Well, at least most of them. Most of the main cast are pretty zany and quirky and at times goofy, such as like Sam's parents, Asa Simmons, and the other characters. Sam, on the other hand, he's alright. I don't know if it's just me and my Gen Z humor. I didn't find him as annoying as much as other people. Well, at times he kind of does, depending on the mood. Sam isn't exactly anything special, nor a complex character, but I would say Shia was way more tolerable to watch than Mark Wahlberg's character. And I know it's the main point of him being a teenager and him wanting the girl in the car. That's just normal things for a teenager to go through. But I wouldn't say there isn't anything special about him. Nor I would say he goes through a character arc or he learns anything. He's just kind of there, kind of helps out with the Autobots and stuff like that. I don't know, he doesn't seem like a full-fledged character. But his ramblings and no parts, those are pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
No! See, no, no.
Michaela's character, she is alright as well. Though I would say there are some bases to her character. She's into cars, has a troubled family life, and stuff like that. But she doesn't really do anything else. She's just kind of there and spectate the whole thing out there, and that's pretty much it. I would say there's more stuff, but she didn't really do that much of anything else. She was just there to be the girlfriend, I guess, love interest. The side characters, they're pretty funny too, like Bernie Mac, John Turturro, and Anthony Anderson. Those guys were pretty funny. I think they had pretty good comedic moments, though. Some of the humor is a bit hit or miss, especially the Bumblebee pissing scene. I don't know, it was just kind of weird.
Bald Wickety, is he not?
It's Witwicky.
May I enter the premises, sir?
But no, I say that most of the jokes are just
all over the front yard.
kind of funny.
What's going on here?
I don't know, maybe it's just a
Stolen car
nostalgia
report last
speaking,
night. We
but
think it's involved in an
yeah, I would say most of the jokes and some of the other side characters are a bit funny. The parents, they're just kind of weird. I don't know what to say about them. They're just kind of there. I wouldn't say they weren't extraordinary or amazing. I know
Drop the Batman
for sure
and
some people
carrying
would say
a
they were
loaded
annoying.
weapon.
They were
better
just
get those guns out
alright,
of the
though
garden,
sometimes they were like, I wish they would just tone it down.
Flu-like symptoms,
What
aching
the
joints,
stuff they've been given to, what they're saying.
How you doing, son?
I think they just
Your
could
name,
have
Sam?
been better characters, but it's
Come
just
with us.
kind of
Way out of line.
And one of the best parts of this movie is the action. The action's well framed with really good wide shots. You get to see everything. You see the people, you see the bots battling, and the explosions are very nice, very eye-catching, I would say. And the CGI holds up pretty well. For 2008, it has really good CG, and everything, the detail and the shadowing and everything when it comes to the robots and the action, it's just beautiful. It's really nice, and I really praise the animators for working on this film, making it look good even to this day. When the movie first came out, these were the definitive versions of the characters, even the only versions until I branch out to other media of the Transformers. The Autobots look distinct from each other due to their different sizes, colors, and personalities, and even their vehicle modes. When they arrived on Earth and first got their Earth vehicles, that was cinema. The Decepticons have really cool designs too when it comes to the Blackout, Starscream, Megatron, Devastator, oops, I meant Brawl. But yeah, those are have really cool and iconic designs for that film. Though I would say I wish they had a bit different, interesting colors. But I understand why, because most of them are military vehicles. So like it would have looked a bit goofy if they had their like more cartoony colors. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. And one of the highlights of this movie is definitely Peter Cullen's voice for Optimus Prime. What makes Peter Cullen's voice so special is that not only is like deep and powerful, it's also quite firm, but it's also quite stern about it. You know, there's something special about Peter Cullen's voice that everybody just loves it, and that's why he's so iconic. One of the few flaws of this movie is the focus on the humans. I know it's such a common criticism, but like there's a lot of subplots and other things that happen during the movie in which the Autobots never interact with each other that much, and it's just like briefly for like a minute or 2 minutes at most. And the Decepticons, they're just bad guys for the sake of being bad guys. They're not characters. Nothing about them is distinct. They don't really have that many lines. They're all just in Cybertronian, whatever. And they're just evil for being the sake of evil, and there's just nothing interesting about them. While in other cartoons, such as in Prime or an Animator, and even G1, the Transformers were interesting because he had spent the most time with them. Although the humans are probably the best part of the movie, that shouldn't be the case for the Transformers, because you know that's the title of the movie, and I wish we had that instead of the human characters. And the human characters, they're entertaining to a certain extent, but for the most part they're like alright to bad characters. I would also like to highlight the relationship between Sam and Michaela. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I wouldn't say came out of nowhere, but it's not developed enough. You know, there wasn't enough time where they spent time together, where I actually believe they were a couple, or at least they, you know, like each other. I mean, Sam did, but Michaela, I don't know. She doesn't really seem to have that same mutual feeling. Maybe that's also part of Megan Fox's acting, but maybe it's the blend of those things. But I just didn't feel emotional towards that. And also Sam's relationship with the Autobots, we don't really see them interacting with Sam that much. It's just like the jokes towards like, you know, the 1 hour mark where they're at their house and when Bumblebee gets captured and they escape. They don't really have that much time to develop that friendship and the relationship between human and the Autobots. It's just not there. It just doesn't feel like a bond between the Autobots and Sam. It's just not there. Is the first Transformers movie really that good? Kinda. I would say it's a solid movie, you know? Although there are some criticisms I had and some things I wish they would change, and there's some things that are underdeveloped, I would still rewatch this movie whenever I feel like it, you know? There's some movies that I would watch for as a guilty pleasure, and the Transformers movie is definitely one of them. And of course it's not a terrible movie, far from it. I would say this is definitely my favorite one out of the first 5 Michael Bay films. Oh no, it's an alright movie. And yeah, let me know if there's any other Transformers movies I should go into or anything else. And let me know what I can improve with my craft, because ironically this is my first time I actually put this video together and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know.